Okay, boys and girls, let's talk about some words. And we're going to talk about two suffixes. Now, these are suffixes we're already kind of familiar with because we hear about them in SSG all the time. And the two we're going to talk about are FUL, full, and LESS, less. Now, let's talk about how a suffix is a word part added to the end of a base word that changes the meaning of the word. Now, the suffix full, FUL, means full of, characterized by or able to. It usually changes a base word into an adjective. So, FUL means full of. Now, let's talk about that. Full, we add to the end of a word. Let's say we had the noun glee. Glee means happy. You're very happy about something. So if we add full to the end of glee, it changes the word glee, which is a noun, into an adjective. And we become gleeful, meaning full of glee or happiness. So glee becomes gleeful, and it means we're full of glee or happiness. Gleeful, I'm happy because I am gleeful to be here today with you. Now here's a word. Thought is a noun. We can change that noun into an adjective by adding full to it. Thought plus full becomes thoughtful, full of thought. You're thinking lots of things in your head, you are thoughtful. Or what do we say a thoughtful person is? A person who thinks of others. You're thoughtful, you're thinking of others, you're thoughtful. Here's another word, truth, which is a noun. When we add full to it, it becomes an adjective, and it is truthful. You're full of truth, you do not lie. Truthful. Oh, we always say that George Washington was truthful because he didn't lie about cutting down the cherry tree. Remember hearing that story? We always say that. Truthful. So when we add FUL to a noun, it turns the noun into an adjective. And it changes the meaning. And it makes the noun full of something. So here we have thoughtful, full of thought, glee, full of glee, truth, full of truth. Can you think of any words that you can add full to change the meaning of the word? Yes?
Graceful.
Graceful, and that means you are what?
Full of grace.
Full of grace, yes.
Playful.
Playful, and what are you then?
Very like to play a lot.
You like to play, you're full of play. Can anybody else think of one? Jensen?
Fearless.
Fearless, but we're doing full. But less, we're going to do it on the next page. So let's just move to the next page and we'll do our next ones. How's that? Because you came up with less. Okay, so when you add less means without. Less means without. So our noun turns into an adjective. Less means without. So age becomes ageless. That means without age. You look ageless. It looks like you're not aging at all. Maybe this year, I don't know if that's going to apply to me this year because am I being ageless this year? Probably not. I think I'm going to be tired this year. We have a lot going on. Noun, color is a noun. An adjective, when we add less to it, colorless. What does that mean? Without color, because less means without. Here's the noun sun. If we add less to it, it becomes sunless. Without sun. Yes.
Well, like playlist, that means without, right?
Without what?
Playlist.
Playlist? I don't think playlist is a word. You can't add less to any word. It has to be a word where it makes sense with the word. Now, Jensen said fearless. Without fear, without being afraid, right? That is a word where it makes sense. let's look. Boys and girls. Sometimes when we add full or less to a base word, the base word spelling may change slightly. For some words ending in Y, the Y changes to an I. So let me think. Like the word, let me go here. We have to change. We had the word, we had FUL, which means full of. This is a word you know. Okay, what word is that? Ethan?
Beauty.
Beauty. Now if I'm going to add full to it, what word would that be?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So I have to change the Y to an I to make it beautiful. Becomes beautiful. The Y becomes an I. We change the Y to an I. This Y becomes an I when we change our suffix. Okay? So, full has our, let me go back. Okay, less means without. Full means full of. Less without. I think that's kind of easy to remember. Full, F-U-L, full of. Less means without. So let's do a little practice on our page where we can practice. So let's read our directions. A suffix is a word part added to the base of a word that changes the meaning of the word. The suffix full usually changes a base word into an adjective. The suffix less changes a base word into an adjective or adverb. Add the suffix full or less to the words below to form an adjective that completes each sentence. Explain the meaning of the adjective you form. Okay? So I'm gonna let's look at that page. Let's see what we need to do. So we're going to take the words and we have to add less or full to the word to make it make sense in the sentence. So we have to add less or full to the word to make it make sense. Okay, do you understand, boys and girls, what we have to do?